And then we got to do a clap, a sync clap.
Okay.
Do a sync clap. Ready?
A sync clap.
All right.
Okay.
Well, it'll be on. I'll say one, and then we clap. All right.
So one clap.
Yeah, not clap on one. We clap after one. Okay. 3, 2, 1. That was terrible.
What are you talking about? I clapped right when you did.
Not on my end.
Okay, well, I clapped literally right when I heard you clap.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
Okay, one more time.
3, 2, 1. Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay, but now on mine I clapped before you.
Oh my god. Well, it's probably good enough.
Okay.
I can always play with it when we edit.
Alright, hopefully you can hear the clap in my audio.
Hopefully. Do you see like the sound wave? Did you see the sound wave?
I see a sound wave. It's like super.
It's like super.
It's super.
Okay. Did you like clap right into the mic? Hello?
Did you hear it?
What? No.
You didn't hear me clap? Okay,
No.
well, Audacity heard me clap.
As long as Audacity hears your clap is good.
Okay. Well, make sure you sync it up with the right clap.
Yeah. Fuck, oh my god.
It's the second clap on mine.
No, the first one.
No!
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's the second
one. It's the second clap.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright.
Alright, well, now it's synced, so...
Synchronization complete.
Alright, I'm opening the Google Drive. I'm just looking
now
at
opening
right
the Google Drive.
Shut up!
Oh my god, we're a fucking mess.
I think it's gonna be like this all the time, though.
Yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna leave this in. just so people get a taste of what to expect.
Yeah, you're not getting very much, boys and women.
And ladies. Alright, well, I guess I'll introduce the podcast. Welcome to Sure Why Not. This is going to be our weekly podcast for now until we get into a more structured, organized routine. But for now, it's going to be once a week. I'm Carlos, and the co-host here is Ryan. Say hi,
Hello.
Ryan. Hello. And the basic gist of this podcast is just going to be, basically we're going to talk about just things that we are interested about, things that, at least kids our age are usually interested about. We'll dab into politics here and there, and different things as time goes on. As well as we'll have our Discord, which we'll link in the various platforms that we post this on, where you guys can join and leave questions that you might have for us, or just topic suggestions that you might want to hear us talk about or give our opinions on, or anything of that sort. But this episode is just going to be probably an introduction of ourselves, who we are, how we met, basic hello, I just met you kind of things, for you guys to know who we are.
It's like a job interview.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your your goals in life? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So yeah, that's the basic gist. The platforms we probably post this on are probably gonna be YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is just gonna be Sure Why Not. We have a SoundCloud account, so we'll probably post it on there. I'm gonna try and look into putting it actually on iTunes podcasts, and then I'm not sure if iHeartRadio has a podcast feature.
Oh, I totally forgot about iHeartRadio.
Yeah,
but if we put it on iHeartRadio, take that out.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I'll look into it, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible.
Just take that one piece out,
especially if it's not free. Like,
yeah,
I ain't trying to spend any more money. But yeah, so since I've done all the talking for the past 4 minutes, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Ryan, first, and then I'll go
introduce myself. Well,
Yes.
I didn't know if you wanted to like do it kind of like an interview where we did ask questions.
You want me to ask you questions?
I mean, I would do the same thing to you.
Well, obviously. So you want me to ask where you're from?
Yeah, so it's more of like a conversation rather than just like lecturing, you know?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that works. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you start with telling me, where you were born, and maybe like a very simple version of like age 0 to like entering high school, and like where you grew up.
Okay. So I was born in Southern California, USA.
Okay.
Yeah. And no, I wasn't on the beach all the time because I like lived on the other side of a mountain, and so I was on the opposite side from the beach. So no, I wasn't at the beach all the time.
Right.
But I mean,
Californian
misconception. Yeah. But I mean, my dad was really into sound engineering, so I was around that like all the time. So maybe that's why I was drawn to do this.
Okay.
And then my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so I mean, yeah, I mean that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to explain besides that. I mean, I guess my dad was really into racing and riding bikes and stuff, so I kind of got into that. And
well, yeah, I guess we could take this time to actually talk about like what we're interested in too, like, and why we think we're got into those interests, like.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? Like, yeah. So like you're talking about racing. I mean, you got into biking, right? When you were younger.
did, but I didn't get into it as much as I wanted to. My parents actually got divorced, so I. Hey, Dylan.
Well, anyway, we should probably talk about that. We might have some interruptions on Ryan's end since he's in a college dorm with like how many guys and a dog?
There's 8 of us.
Yeah, and a dog. Yeah. So we apologize for any
you can probably just pull that out.
Background interruption. No, that's fine.
Yeah, we are recording right now.
Oh, so you didn't even invite me.
Well, we invited James, but James is going to class.
Yeah.
And so
you didn't invite me.
No.
Exactly.
You and James are on the same episode. Yeah. You and James are kind of in the same boat, as in you guys can join whenever you want.
As guests.
Yeah.
Which
doesn't not in the same boat as James.
We'll have special guests every once in a while.
You're not in the same boat as James?
No, James's boat is the correct boat, the one true boat.
Oh. You haven't been here for the conversations that we've had with James. Because James has gotten very, very correct.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I totally understand the conversation now. So you were talking about... we were talking about our interests and how we got into, like, interests and things.
Oh, so yeah,
like,
I mean, my dad growing up, he was riding bikes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so he kind of put that on me when I was little too, so I was riding bikes all the time.
Right.
But when my parents got divorced, my bike ended up going to the household that I didn't go to.
Right.
So I kind of fell out of the loop.
Right.
And I mean, I didn't start biking again until I did, rebuild my relationship with my parent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love it, and I want to get back into it, but I haven't had the money to.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably going to take a turn within this year.
That's
you
good.
just talk to my dad.
I can just talk to your dad.
Yeah, do you know how many bikes he has?
A lot.
Like, maybe 15.
15
Okay.
bikes.
Yeah, just better.
Well,
bikes.
and do you think that
No.
you like music wise and stuff, does that reflect off of your parents, or is that just you've developed your own interests in music?
I'd say my music interest came from my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was little,
your older sister.
My older sister. So when I was little, I wanted her to like me.
Okay.
So I would never listen to any music that she didn't like. So if she told me to like turn off some music, I would turn it off.
Right.
And so I just ended up listening to what she listened to. So I was like,
oh, my little brother's the complete opposite.
Oh no, I was like 12 listening to like Paramore.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And like any other band like them. And then I think my music taste took a turn in like middle school.
Ooh.
And I was listening to like Linkin Park.
Like most people's in middle school.
Yeah, I was listening to like Linkin Park and like what is that other band like Seether, whatever they're called? Yeah, Green Day, Three Doors Down. Like I was
nice.
Yeah. But I mean, now I just kind of listen to like I don't even know. I listen to the Black Keys. Like that's like who I listen to.
That's hell racist.
You're so annoying, Dylan.
Oh my god. All right. Okay. I guess I'll. You can start with me now. We can talk about childhood, and then we can talk about high school / college, and then talk about how we met and everything.
Okay. So how was growing up for you? I know that you've been in a couple of different countries.
So I was born to a mother and father who mother came from California, but her okay, let me start over. My mom's parents, who are my grandparents, are from England, and my grandfather's quite a adventurer, and so he's got some crazy stories, but he basically ended up in the Bahamas with my grandmother and had my mom there. So my mom was born in the Bahamas in the Caribbean. And then they brought her to California where she grew up and basically lived like her whole life. And then she went to study abroad in Spain. And that's where she met my dad, who's Spanish. And so they then decided to move to the Bahamas together. And then they had me. So I was born in the Bahamas, and I lived there till like the age of 3. So I don't really remember living there exactly. So at the age of, I think around 3, it was like I was really really young. They decided to move to Spain, and then in Spain I lived there from the ages of like 3 to about 9. So I grew up mostly my childhood in my young childhood in Spain. I went to lower school, kindergarten. Well, they're the equivalent of those here in Spain. Yeah. And then around the age of like 9-ish, almost 10, because I remember it was December, my parents decided that, well, at least for my mom, because she was offered a job with my grandfather in the States. So we moved to the States after my brother was born.
Wait, so how old was your brother?
So I forgot my whole brother. I forgot my brother.
I mean, I didn't really explain my sisters.
Yeah, well, so my brother was born in 2004, which was, I was 6. So it was about 3 years after we moved there. And he was born in Spain. And so, 2004. And then 2009, December of 2009, we decided to move. So he was about 6, turning 6 that December. So he was 6. I was like 9-ish, almost 10 in January, and and so we moved here, or not here. We moved to the States, to California, in December of 2009, and that was basically that was my younger. I mean, I did middle school in California, which was a big change, obviously coming from Spain, because there was a whole different system, and I'd visited the States every summer though, so I kind of wasn't completely like, whoa, where am I? Because my grandparents still lived here, obviously, because they offered my mom a job, but it was.
So you didn't come here like not knowing English or anything?
No, yeah, I knew English and Spanish fluently from a young age, because my mom would talk to me in English, and then my dad would talk to me in Spanish, and vice versa too, because they both speak both, and so it wasn't really that much of a challenge, I guess. I mean, it was, considering that I didn't know anybody, or like the school, like actually like math is different. like in the States you divide and you put the little division bar over the numbers. In Spain you put the division bar under the numbers, and it's like reverse. It's
what?
Really, it's funky, yeah. And so like I remember that was like, what, when I came here or to the States, and now like, yeah, it was wonky. I remember that was really hard. I basically had to relearn divisions, and I was never good at multiplying anyway, so I was basically learning that again. Dude, that was my early-ish age. And then your high school experience, how was that?
So I went to one high school for freshman year, and then I transferred to a different school that actually allowed me to take college classes while I was in high school.
Right.
Which is something that a lot of schools are actually allowing now, but like mine was special, as in like the high school accommodated a lot to the college, and so if you took like certain college classes, you didn't have to take certain high school classes, and then it would count for both. So it would count for like college and high school. Oh, right, you were
telling me about this. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I took Spanish at the college, and it counted for my 2 years of Spanish in high school, and also went towards my language in college.
Wow.
So yeah. So I mean, I
there.
Yeah, like one class. I did horrible in every other class there. But yeah, so I transferred my sophomore year because the other high school only took sophomores through seniors, and I think the only reason I got in was because my sister went there before me, and they like having family.
Right.
So I got priority, so I got in pretty fast. And it was all right there. The school is like 600 students.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was tiny. And so like everybody knew everyone's business. And so
that's always fun.
Like, yeah, so like everybody knew like what was going on in everybody's life. And at first I like enjoyed that because like I felt like, I was popular and whatnot. But then it like got really annoying because then it was like everyone knew like what was going on in my life, and like life got really tough.
Typical high school crap.
Yeah, and like my junior and senior years were like super hard, like for me, not academically. Well, yeah, I guess economically too. So I mean, they were hard all around. So it was just difficult with everyone knowing like what was going on. So, but I actually graduated high school like a month before everyone else, which was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool,
yeah. My computer keeps falling asleep. It's really annoying. But yeah, I mean, I met my girlfriend in high school, which is still my girlfriend. So, and she's pretty awesome.
Right, that's good.
Yeah. She met me during the bad years of junior and senior year. So
the dark ages.
Yeah, the dark ages. Now we're in like what comes after the dark ages? The Enlightenment?
Golden Age?
No, the Golden Age.
Renaissance.
Yeah.
The Renaissance? The Renaissance. Dylan says the Renaissance.
Sure, the Renaissance.
Obviously, we're not history majors.
Enlightenment.
Yeah.
That I remember that.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Someone's gonna join our Discord and just be like, "You guys are complete idiots."
Just kidding. It's not Leonardo DiCaprio. It's Leonardo da Vinci.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
I mean, your high school experience is pretty interesting from what you've told me.
It's yeah.
But you don't have to talk about that.
No, well, I mean,
Just go over the gist of it.
You don't
Yeah,
talk about
I mean,
talk about
we out of middle school, I decided to go for some reason. Well, it's because my closest friends were going there, a Catholic all guys school, which, well, I should probably just point out right away, I'm not religious, so there you go.
Okay.
At least I'm not anymore. I used to be when I was little, but it just kind of faded, I guess.
Right.
So, but I mean, when I was going to high school, to this Catholic school, I wasn't religious. Like, I stopped being religious, like beginning of middle school. But, yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, here in Spain, like, religion is a big deal, and so when I was little, I was baptized, and then when I was little, everyone, like, was getting ready to do their first communion. That is what it's called, right? First communion?
I have no idea. We'd have to ask James.
Or it's, like, called, like, confirmation, I think. I don't know. I it shows how much I know. Anyway, everyone was doing their first, whatever it is. I think it's communion. I'm pretty sure it is in English. And
Well, what is it in Spanish?
Well, it's comunión. It's the same word, so I'm assuming it is. Because there's like I don't remember. I think there's a first, and then there is a first, and then I don't know if you're supposed to do it again or what. But anyway, everyone did it, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, and so I didn't do it, and that was like a big deal in like my family because they were like, wow, like he's making an adult decision. At the
Your
age
family
of, like,
was like, wow?
9. Well, like, yeah, my grandma was like, what the hell's wrong with him? But
We don't know yet.
what?
We don't know what's wrong with you yet.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? But yeah, they were like surprised that I was making such a, like, I guess, mature decision at the age I was at, because I was like 8, 9, I don't remember. But anyway, so back to high school. So I went to Catholic school, all guys, for like a year and a half, and like typical, you think like at an all guys school, there's probably not that much drama. No, it's horrible. There's a lot of drama because it's just so dumb. Anyway, I don't even want to get into it, but basically, like, I wasn't even happy there just at the school itself, but then the people there were just like super snobby and stuff, and I didn't like it at all. So by halfway through sophomore year, I was like, yeah, bye. And plus, like, the commute was kind of long and everything, so I ended up transferring to the local high school in my town.
Right.
Which was, and plus from middle school, a lot of the kids from middle school that I went to school with went to that high school, so it wasn't like I didn't know anybody there. So that was good. And I finished high school there. I mean, I've got some stories from there, which maybe I'll talk about in the future in the podcast.
Exciting!
It was quite a crazy high school experience, I'd have to say. But
well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But yeah, so high school went well, and I guess we can move on to collage.
Well, that's kind of where
our paths meet.
Oh, cue the music.
I'll just talk about my application process.
Talk.
Like
talk
how you
about
decided.
yours.
We'll talk about how we decided to go to where we went. Are we going to mention where we went, or where? Yeah. Should we say by name? No, we won't say by name. It's fine. It's in California. We'll just put it that way.
It's in Northern California.
Sure, yeah, Northern California. So I applied to how many state schools did I apply to? I applied to three state schools. I guess I could say the ones of outer state because those don't matter. I applied to Northern Arizona University, and I applied to Oregon, like the University of Oregon.
Right.
And I actually like wanted to go to Arizona, Northern Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually was planning on going there. But certain events occurred, and I decided that it was probably easier for me to stay local. Not local, but like at least within the same state. So I decided on the closer university to me, which was the one that I ended up going with, which is where Ryan also ended up going to. It also had a better program because I was studying criminal justice at the time, which it just had a better program there, so I decided to just go with it anyway. Plus, being closer was easier for me, and just with my car and everything, it was just going to be a lot easier for me to deal with. So I ended up going to this unnamed university in Northern California.
Yes.
And Ryan ended up going there. How was your process, Ryan?
So I actually didn't have the best grades in high school. Right. And junior year, which was the beginning of the dark ages, I had a epiphany and was like, holy shit. I can go to college. Because before I thought that like if you didn't get like a scholarship or something, you just didn't go to college. Like that was like the dead end for you. Like the rest of your life was just sad and lonely and stupid.
Jesus.
And then I realized that I had a chance, so I pulled some strings and I joined the Avid program, which if you don't know what that is, just Google it, because I don't know how to explain it.
Advancement via independent determination.
All right, Dylan just said it, so.
What? I didn't hear it, but that's fine.
Say it again.
I know what it is.
Advancement via individual determination.
Advanced via.
Advancement.
Individual.
Oh, the name
determination.
Okay.
Yeah. So I joined Avid, and
I just realized I didn't set the timer. I don't know how long we've been recording. Oh, we've been recording for 30 minutes. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That's fine.
Than I thought we were. Okay. Go ahead.
But I joined it, and I mean, my Avid coordinator was absolutely amazing. I think about going back to the high school a lot and just, saying thank you to her. But yeah, it changed a lot for me, and my grades actually got better because that's actually kind of like one of the requirements for being an Avid is you have to have good grades. So my grades, my grades got better, and just everything got better, and I started looking into colleges, and I applied to the colleges. This was the only one that I got into.
Oh, well, there you go. That made it easy.
Well, actually, hang on. Let me correct that. There was a high school, or not a high school, a college in Southern California that was going to accept me, and they were like very adamant about making sure I finished the process because that was like the only thing in my way. And then once I got into this school, I stopped the other process completely.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which I don't know. I feel like
you ghosted them.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad. But
I don't think they care, to be honest.
They just want
a paycheck.
Yeah.
Well, not a paycheck, the check.
The check.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this school that I'm at right now,
which is where I attended.
Yes.
For a year. We'll talk about that later.
They sent me an acceptance letter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. And then they notified me saying that the acceptance letter was a mistake.
Oof.
And so I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, so then I stopped the process with the other one at that point.
Well, no, I didn't. I didn't stop the process with the other one yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, I was still doing, like, both. And then I get another acceptance letter from this school.
It's the third one now.
No, this is the second one.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I get a notification again saying it was a mistake.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then I get a third acceptance. And I'm like,
this is a joke. They're pranking me.
Yeah, I was like, I told the lady, like, I called right after I got the acceptance. I was like, hey, like, I've gotten false acceptances twice now, so I really want to know if I'm in or not. And so basically, the lady that I talked to, she was like, "That's unacceptable.
Well,
We're going to make sure."
By law, I think in California at least, if you get a accidental acceptance letter, by law they have to accept you.
I think that might be the case. I've actually heard that
because
before.
If you think about it, like if you had stopped your process and they decided not to accept you, they just screwed you over on all your other. Because like, let's say you get a mistake acceptance letter from your dream school, and you're like, oh, sick, I'm gonna drop everything else.
Right.
And then the due dates pass, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, it was a mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're screwed. I'm pretty sure by law, if they sent you a false one, or not a false one, but a mistake, they by law have to let you in anyway.
Yeah. So I got
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got in, and
it goes to show the school's administration, because we've had some experience with them.
Yeah, we've had a very bad experience at this school, which you'll probably hear more about in later episodes.
Right. I mean, you guys can talk about. I mean, you're transferring next year, right?
Yes, and we'll talk about that more later as well.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the third letter came, and I was like, finally, this is like actually an acceptance. And so that's when I dropped the other application from the other school.
Right.
And then, I mean, summer was just preparation to come, and then I finally came, and then we met.
Right. Well, we ended up in the same dorm.
Yeah.
Because I chose the way our school did it, at least. I don't think you went through this, but they had I guess you could call it Tinder for roommates.
I did that too.
You did do it, right? Oh yeah, you did.
I did do it.
That's right, you did do it.
I did do it.
But it's basically, it was a portal that the school had where you'd basically you'd have these sliders from like 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 on like how clean you were, what time you went to bed, like, you know, weird, like, not weird stuff, but like things that you'd be like to match you with people who had the similar results, so you would have someone to live with that was kind of like you, I guess.
Yeah, but basically everyone lied on them.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't say you're dirty, and you wouldn't say you went to bed at fucking 2 a.m.
Which we found out the
hard way, the very hard way.
Yeah.
But I chose James, who probably will be on the podcast in some future episode.
Yeah.
And then we had the way our dorm. Well, we had there was a double and then a triple and a triple. I was in the double with James, and then Ryan ended up with 2 other people in a triple, and then there was another dorm with another 3 people, so we were 8, right? 3, yeah.
Yeah, there was 8 of us.
Yeah, and so that's how me and Ryan met. Basically, is I had some acquaintances, and I don't even know how we started talking.
No, we went to. It's because you made friends.
Don't say any names.
I know. I'm not gonna say names. You made friends with my roommate, and then my roommate.
But there was because remember. Okay, I had two.
No, hang on. Oh no, that was after.
Yes. Okay, let me finish. So I had 2 friends who had met during orientation, right? And 2 friends who had met during orientation.
Yeah.
And just like they would come over a lot to like, because we were the only people like that we knew like of the school, like me and them, like we only knew each other. So like we hung out a lot because we didn't know anybody else, and otherwise we'd be stuck in our rooms bored out of our minds. Plus, I didn't really know James very well either, and I was kind of awkward around him because I didn't know him, and so I was like, I don't know what to do. And
James was very reserved when
the beginning
all first met him.
Yeah, and so I hung out with them a lot, and we ended up in our kitchen all the time, and so you'd be there. I remember a couple times, and then there was that one. I don't even remember, but you basically just like started talking with us, and then like it was just it turned into the 4 of us as a group,
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, that's basically how we met. It was just
no,
living
because
in the dorm.
I know that I came to the school like the night before classes started.
Right. No, yeah. So the whole first week you weren't even there.
Yeah. So
yeah, I remember that.
We were able to move in a week before classes started. And I came and I moved in my stuff like the first day we could move in.
Ryan,
and then I left.
Ryan was actually the one who created a group chat before any of us actually moved in. He created a group chat on Snapchat. So we all were talking before we actually met. And I remember Ryan creating the group chat and then me trying to figure out who Ryan was because I didn't know anybody's name. So I didn't even know anybody was missing, actually. I think I saw you because you came and dropped your stuff off and then left for the week.
Yes.
And so I think I remember seeing you and then just being like, oh, okay, I'll figure out who that is later or something.
Right.
But I didn't know anybody was not going to be there the first week. And then I could not figure out who. Well, first of all, I couldn't figure out who anyone was. I knew James because James was my roommate. That was basically it. But then yeah, it was really confusing, especially because you weren't there the whole first week, and so I met everybody else before you.
Yeah, I felt kind of left out because I literally dropped all my stuff off a week before classes started, and then took off.
Right, and then we built a lot of rapport within
a week's worth,
I guess,
which is a lot when you first meet someone.
I mean, no, and you know what I was thinking the other day? I was like, how am I so close with Ryan when I've only known him for a year? But then I have people who I've known for 5 years, and I'm not as close with them. And I'm like,
right.
And I couldn't figure out. And I was like, oh, you know why? Maybe it's because I literally spent every hour of my day for a year with him instead of a couple hours a day for 5 days a week.
Yeah,
I was every day, every hour for 7 days a week. The only time, obviously, not vacations and stuff, but
the only time we weren't hanging out together was when we were sleeping, and even then,
or in class. Even in class, we were talking, and then even when we were sleeping, we sent each other messages.
Yeah, or we would actually sleep in the same room
that day. Oh yeah, or you would sleep over on my chair.
Yeah.
He would come into my room, my dorm, and we'd be talking or playing games or whatever, and he'd just pass out on my chair. Because I have one of those gaming reclining chairs, and so you mostly fell asleep on James's until it broke for the third time.
Yeah, I fell asleep everywhere. I remember we would be watching a movie in the the common area, and I would fall asleep during the movie.
You fell asleep everywhere.
Yeah, all the time. It was really bad.
I'm not surprised if you woke up one day on the balcony the next morning.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Well, yeah, that's how we met.
No, I'm serious. Because I came the night before, and that same night they had the whole event where you got to meet people.
Oh, the blind dating.
Yeah, it
crap?
was
or then it's blind friending or something
like that. But basically,
it's blind dating to meet people.
You went with my roommate, and my roommate invited me to go with you guys.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And so we were talking while we were in line.
I was kind of okay friends with his roommate, one of them, because he had two. We'll call him A. And the other one's B.
Bobby Joe.
Bobby Joe? That's...
One is Bobby Joe, and the other one is...
We could call him Poopy Trash Can.
No. No!
Okay. A and B. We'll just call him A and B. A is you know which one, and B is you know which one. Right?
Okay, which one did we go to the friending thing with?
A.
Okay, I know which one's
primary.
Okay.
And B is keep you all night, boy.
Yeah. Okay.
So A, I was good friends with his A roommate. Well, not good friends, but
friends because they were in the same place for a week.
He was really awkward, and so he kind of clung onto me like a fucking barnacle, and so I kind of was like, okay, well, I guess he's my friend now.
Right.
And and so we went to this speed dating friend thing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and we were waiting in line for like an hour.
Yeah,
so
I remember, and
it
he
was just the
invited
three
you
of us
because he was your
talking.
roommate.
Yeah.
And so we ended up, well, no, because my friends were there, the two people that I met during orientation. They came with us too.
Huh? Can I join now?
Dylan wants to join.
He wants to join?
Yeah.
Okay, surprise guest.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can.
Okay, we need to do a clap sync. Are you ready?
Yeah, so he's going to say
Everybody-
one and then you clap.
No, I'm gonna say like 1, 2, 3, and then right after 3, you clap.
Oh, okay, so you can sync
Got
up
it?
the audio.
Yeah, so I can,
Alright.
when I edit it all together, I know that it's all synced at least, alright? 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was decent, I
Yeah.
guess. Okay. So, welcome to the podcast, Dylan. You just kind of came in halfway, so we're gonna have to introduce you now.
Yes,
This is
that
Dylan.
me.
We met him through the university as well. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Dylan?
Well, my name is Dylan, and
Where did you grow up?
I grew up east of Sacramento. Because
Okay.
that's the best way I could put it.
Yeah, keep it general.
Yeah, keep it general.
And I grew up 2 miles from anything.
Nice.
It took an hour for me to get home.
That sounds
from
like
the bus.
sounds like me in
from
Spain.
school. Yeah. I have 2 brothers, 2 parents. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I
And
know a
what
lot of
was?
stuff.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I know a lot of stuff. And there's reasons for that, but
What would you say your biggest interests are?
I'd say
Like top 3.
yeah. Well, I only have 3 main ones. It's cars.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah, cars, computers, and guns is the general 3.
Did we even go over our own top 3 interests?
No, we didn't. I guess mine are fairly similar. Mine are technology, I guess. I guess law enforcement. I guess guns kind of go into that, sort of.
Right.
And then my third, I don't even know. Because I I don't even know. I like my third. I could say cars, but I don't even know that much about cars myself. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at those 2: technology and law enforcement / guns, I guess.
I don't even know what my top 3 are. They always change like constantly.
You didn't even talk about what you're studying in college.
No.
I said it. Well, I
I-
said what I was studying last year.
Well, I'm studying kinesiology, which if you don't know what kinesiology is, it's basically biology, but you study the movement of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Dylan? What are you studying?
Currently, I'm studying computer engineering, but transfer. I'm switch to mechanical engineering afterwards.
Oh, I didn't know you were switching majors.
Yeah, switching majors as well.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we'll continue off where we started. I mean, the story goes on from where me and Ryan met. I guess James went to the cafeteria a lot. Like all of us.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And
he's got a little bit more. But
and let's try to keep this vague, but he would express his political opinions with his clothing,
Yeah.
which led him to meet
William, who you'll
William,
probably
okay, well,
meet eventually too.
he will honestly probably be on this. He's gonna want us to shout out his Twitch too, but we're not gonna do it now.
Yeah.
If this even gets big, to be honest. But yeah. So he met Will, who. How did you and Will meet, Dylan?
we had quite a few classes together actually. We had
Right.
physics because he has the same major as I do. We had physics and our like general education.
Because you guys were in the same cluster, probably, right?
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
So that's just how I met him, and I don't even know. Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's how Dylan got introduced to us, is because James met Will, and then Will came over a couple times to hang out with us at our dorm, and then
he would bring Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan started coming along, and then Dylan started coming over, and then Will
Dylan
would just never come over.
Yeah, Dylan would come over without Will, and then there was like a weird like transition where Will stopped coming at all, and it was just Dylan there 24/7 too.
That's true. And then Dylan just this was the squad. It was just James, Dylan, me, and Ryan. And I mean, that was daily.
I mean, there was the other person too. There was my roommate, but
that's
the dark ages. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I mean, really, I came in that transition.
You came in the middle of that, yeah.
Right,
that was a rough point to come into.
Yeah, in the middle of that transition.
Yeah.
Well, I think that would have been like the Enlightenment.
The Renaissance.
Right. And what followed was surely the Golden Ages.
The Golden Ages.
I mean,
no doubt.
The random trips to McDonald's at like 1 a.m.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Denny's.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't get much better than that. It's true. I feel like we need to talk about Dylan more because we talked about us.
I mean, that's all I do is talk about myself.
You talked about your interests. You talked about your earlier life, I guess. And you talked about how we met. What are your goals in life, Dylan? We didn't say about that as me and Ryan, so we'll have to talk about that too. But go ahead.
I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do for like a job or a living quite yet. I mean, I have a sort of idea, designing engines or designing some sort of car stuff. I'm not exactly sure about it.
So some type of engineering. Of some
sort.
Sort.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what's gonna be the most interesting to me.
Right.
Like I just don't know yet.
You don't even know, like, in the future what there could be, like new, I don't even know, technologies of some kind that will catch your eye for some reason. I don't even know.
Yeah.
The way technology is developing these days is like insane. I mean, within a week we could have, I don't even know, personal self-driving cars.
We already do, dude. There's Tesla.
Well, Tesla's crashing into walls and exploding, so I don't think we're there yet.
I mean, not in a rate that's different than teenagers on phones.
Well, that's true as well. Well, you mean on phones while driving and crashing and exploding?
Right. Yeah. I mean, the computers drive better than the teenagers. So
that's a good point. That is a good point.
That couldn't be more true. Well, you guys don't even know. You should see how people drive here in Spain. Oh my god! I should probably talk about that.
There's no way it's worse than where we are.
I didn't think it would be, and
no, stop it. We can save this for another episode entirely.
We
can literally have an episode where we just talk about cars and driving.
Yeah.
I thought the States was bad. You guys have no idea.
Okay, but like the bad in California is different from like the bad in
California
another state.
looks like a instructional video on how to drive properly compared to how it is here.
That's literally impossible.
I will talk about it. It's something else, especially when you throw in roundabouts.
Roundabouts are supposed to be more efficient, though.
Yeah, well, not when you ever heard of no man's land in World War I between trenches? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's roundabouts. It's just like, this is your lane? No. These three are my lane. Anyway, we'll save that for another topic, or for another time, for the next episode or something. We'll see. But yeah, I should probably talk about that. How I am now currently living in Spain. I'm no longer in the United States, like I was talking about earlier, that I'd been there for a while. So I moved back here back in July of 2018, and it's now January of 2019. So I've been here for a couple months now, and we'll see where this takes me, right?
Hopefully it takes you back here.
We'll see. Who knows what's in the future, but yeah, so I'm in Spain, and if you guys have any questions about anything, how it is here in Spain, I am willing to answer those questions. I'm the international figure of the podcast. Let's put it that way.
How's the gazpacho?
I actually hate gazpacho, so I can't speak too much about that.
I'm not surprised. It's just cold soup. So.
It's cold soup. It's true. And you can have it warm, but it's kind of weird. Like, people look at you like, what is wrong with you? Because it's actually more of a drink than it is a soup. Like, it's supposed to be a drink, but, like, it's a soup. Because,
like Bloody Mary mix or something?
Kind of, yeah. People, like if you put that in a bowl here, they'll look at you weird because it's a drink. It's like putting Coke into a bowl. They're like, what are you doing?
That's weird.
Like, why are you drinking, like, coffee out of a bowl? What are you doing? Because people serve it in glasses here, and like jugs. Like, they'll put a jug on your table, and it's like, that's your gazpacho jug for lunch.
Interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, that's why it's cold. It's because it's supposed to be a drink, I guess.
What time are we at right now?
We are at 57 minutes, but half of that was spent trying to figure out how to start the podcast. So,
was it? Okay.
I mean, I think at least 20 minutes of that was us starting.
I mean, considering that this is an
transition.
introduction video, I don't think it needs to be very long.
Yeah, no. I mean, we can wrap it up in a few minutes.
Yeah. But I mean, what have we not hit with Dylan yet?
What do we have here? Where are we from? I think we got that. Current life goals? I think we got that. I mean, we didn't talk about our life goals. We'll finish with that probably.
I mean, we have that set for next episode.
No, we have that. No. Well, I guess we haven't dived deeper, but we can at least say what our life goals are, and then we can talk about why in the next episode and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's up to you.
Let's just save it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to talk about why we chose the name of this podcast to be Sure, Why Not?
Yeah.
We definitely need to talk about that, and then we can wrap it up.
Well, what is your memory of it?
I remember we were all as you, me, Dylan, Ryan, or what? James, not Ryan. It was us three, and then James.
I don't know if I was there for that.
You were, because I remember a roommate of Ryan's was there as well.
I know that for like a week, my response to everything was, sure, why not? It's college.
Oh, yeah, it started as a meme with us.
Yeah. So, like, for a week straight, that's all I would say to every single question.
Yeah, and then we all did, like, I think I brought it up one day. I was like, because I was listening to Critical, the YouTubers podcast, and I was listening, I don't think the Misfits podcast was a thing yet, but I was, like, listening to a couple podcasts, and so I was like, I think one day I was just like, guys. Oh, no, and then also, we would talk about, like, random stupid shit, and random stupid-ass conversations. Laughing. And I just, like, one day, I think I was just, like, I don't know if we were in the cafeteria or if we were in the dorm, but I remember saying, like, why don't we make a podcast where we can talk about all this stupid shit? And because I think it would be hilarious for people to listen to this.
And then I was like, sure, why not?
And I think, one of you said, sure, why not? And then we were originally going to have us three, James, Will, and then roommate A, all be part of the podcast. All, what is that, 5, 6?
6 of us.
6 of us? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it, like, we kept planning it, and then it ended up not happening, and then we kind of forgot about it. And then me and Ryan decided to bring it back. Yeah, we were going to call it Sure, Why Not College. But then we were like, well, we're not only going to talk about college, so we decided to just go with Sure, Why Not. And I don't know. I think it's a pretty creative title. I don't know about you guys.
I like it.
But yeah, that's what all of this is stemmed from college. So I think there's going to be a heavy influence of college stories coming out of us, at least. I don't know about you. I don't know what you guys think.
I went to a party once. That was cool.
Oh, we have to talk about the party that Will went to. That's what we're going to talk to. When
now?
That's the first episode.
Oh, wait.
No, that's
shit. Let me write that down.
Will.
Sorry if you can hear me typing, but okay. You're totally right.
The first episode that Will's in, he has to talk about the party.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. All right. Well, I think we can wrap it up here. We'll probably have Dylan on again since he wasn't on for very long.
Yeah, and I know James
We definitely will. James will definitely be on as well. He's quite a character. Will be on as well. He's quite a character. Yeah, and I don't know who else we'll bring on people. I don't know.
Will has a Twitch stream, which will probably promote himself when he's on.
He will on his episode. Yeah, we're not taking the time out of this episode to do that.
We'll cut it out. Probably.
I'm not going to go out of my way to promote his stream, but I will promote my stream where me and Ryan will probably be streaming in the near future. If you guys are interested, it's Marlos with 3 S's, MARLOS SS. So it's twitch.tv/MARLOSSS. Go ahead and follow me.
Can we get some more ASMR,
please? Me and Ryan will eventually be streaming on there, hopefully.
You know, Will got donated like hundreds of dollars last week. Did you know that?
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because
I don't understand.
Everyone that watches him is like interested in him except they're guys and
yeah.
Oof. I mean,
have
Will.
you seen him? Like,
I'm pretty sure he literally pulls girls just by showing them his 6-pack.
Oh well, there's a story behind that too, isn't there?
There's probably plenty of stories. He probably has so many.
No. I mean, like, we have a story.
Oh yeah, we have a story.
30-year-old? Is that what we're talking about?
What?
Wait, you were here for that, right, Carlos?
What was I? I didn't hear what you said.
With the like 30-year-old or the 33-year-old, you know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
I don't.
So.
I can't say that I do.
Yeah, that was when Carlos was here because we were talking about it in his dorm.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
What 30-year-old?
There was some 30-year-old that was like interested in him.
Like really.
Oh, okay. Well, whoa. Let's save these for the Will podcast because I think there's gonna be a whole podcast dedicated to him. All right. Well, I guess we can wrap it up here, right?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Okay. Well, thank you all for listening. This has been the Sure Why Not podcast. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll probably be posting these, hopefully, Fridays. I'm not sure what the time zone-ness will be.
It's going to be like Friday or Saturday.
Friday, Saturday, I'm not sure what time. I'll try and post them like morning Pacific Standard Time. So that'll be like late in evening for me.
Yeah.
Wait, no. That'll be like afternoon, late afternoon. Yeah. So it'll probably be like, I don't know, like 8 a.m. Yeah. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Wherever you're listening, just convert it to your own time.
Yeah, there you go. The math. There's calculators online. Everybody uses them. I'd like to thank Dylan for coming on for the 20 minutes. And he'll definitely be on again. And then make sure to check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, depending on where you're listening from. Again, we have a Discord, which will be linked somehow in the description of... I know it'll be in the YouTube. I don't know how I'm going to put it in the SoundCloud.
Can we like say the link or the URL?
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, if you share it.
Here, I can create an invite. Here, give me a second, guys. I'm going to do this live for you guys.
Yeah, you can make an invite, but
invite people. There's a...
What do you mean? Put it in be careful when you put it in the YouTube description because their algorithm discourages any links that go outside of YouTube's realm.
Oh, then we'll just click it in the video.
Yeah, I'll post like an image of it if that's whatever. How do I create an invite? Invite will expire one day. How the hell? Oh, I have to right click it. There we go. Invite people. No. Why is this not working?
Well, if it expires in one day.
Oh, here. Expires. Never.
There
Maximum number of users. No limit. Generate a new link. Where's the link? Is it in my... Okay, so it's going to be https://discord.gg/R lowercase r 9 lowercase z 5 lowercase s. So you guys go ahead and join that Discord. You guys can chat with other people in here. It doesn't matter. It's kind of a hangout Discord. We'll be in here from time to time. When we're recording, we'll be in the podcast channel. Feel free to leave suggestions for topics, questions, anything you'd like for us to talk about. We're pretty much open. I think we're going to be fairly open when it comes to what we talk about here. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud. We'll also have an email, which I'll be posting, which is just going to be, actually, I'll just say it. It's sure wnpodcast@gmail.com. So you can send suggestions or topic ideas there, or questions you might have in case you don't want to join the Discord for whatever reason, or you don't have a Discord.
Every other email was taken, so...
Yeah. So it's wnpodcast@gmail.com in case you didn't hear it that first time. So thanks again for joining us today.
Just want to apologize for the little disorganization that.
Yeah, it's just how we are.
Yeah, and it's gonna change. It'll get better.
It's the first podcast, so we're still getting into the rhythm of how this all works.
Yeah, and I can definitely confirm that, if we're still doing this by summertime, production will be a lot better.
Hopefully, yeah.
For sure.
We'll get our shit together, is basically what he's trying to say.
And our Discord's not very organized right now either, so...
Well, it's pretty blank, because we don't know how many people are really going to join it either, so...
Yeah. So please join.
As a side note, I just lit this piece of paper on fire and then I snorted the ashes, and I'm thinking I'm regretting it at this point.
Yeah, so welcome to the Sure Why Not podcast, where we sniff burning paper. There's my burning plastic story. There we go. That's another one for the books.
Nice. We'll share a lot of stories.
There's so many stories.
Point being, you guys are going to get to know us very well, and we hope to know you guys too.
You're going to learn what not to do. In every situation that you could possibly think of, probably. Anyway.
Oh, my dick!
Thanks again for joining us here.
You probably heard that on my microphone.
Yeah. Thanks again for joining us today, and we hope to see you guys again and have you guys listen to us next week. Again, thank you, and have a great evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye.